Hello, world history students. As you can see by me being up here and not in the room, I'm not in class today. Nice. Figured that one out. Okay, so let's talk about today's class. And first I'll explain why I am not here. I am absent today because my daughter got sick. She's got strep throat. So I am at home with her right now. Let's take a look at her. There she is right there with one of her teachers and one of her friends as she was doing her science experiment for school that day. So as you can see, she's a pretty hard-working, smart girl. Yeah, she's awesome. It's my daughter. Of course she's awesome. So anyway, let's talk about our work for today. This is the graphic organizer, and for you guys, the homework was to have these first two done. So you need to have your two body paragraphs ready to type. So again, you should have a topic sentence here. You should have at least 3 specific details that are put down here, and you guys had plenty of time to do that in class on Friday to go over it with each other, and it was signed as the homework. Remember, specific details. We don't want something like the Polynesians went from island to island. You won't get a very good grade with that. You need to name the places they went, if you pick the Polynesians. So, have your topic sentence here, and then have your first civilization and your second civilization, and then your significance. And we talked about those 3 things that you can put for significance. You can either connect it to today, connect it to somewhere else in history we learned, or use your note packet and connect it to the context, even talking about the other groups we studied. And we mentioned that on Friday and went over it as well. So there's your first body paragraph. There's your second body paragraph. Now, 8th period, we have not worked on the intro yet, so don't worry about the intro when it comes to typing. Today, your responsibility is going to be to type the 2 body paragraphs. 6th period, we did work on the intro. You can type it today. You do not have to type it today. So let me go over the expectation of what's supposed to be done and show you an example of our paper. Here we can see what your paper is basically supposed to look like. Let me change that date here real quick. All right, so you put your name, not his name, world history, your teacher's name, and the date. Then you have here your title, and here we have the intro, but you will not need to do the intro today. Today, you will need to work on your first body paragraph, which is right here. So I'm going to ask our great substitute teacher, and thank you so much, by the way, for watching the class. You are an awesome, awesome person. What I'm going to ask our substitute teacher to do today, who's filling in for me, is going to be to project this on the computer screen in lab number 3, if possible. To plug in the cord of this, to put in the TV, so you guys can see this. Now, also, what I've done, in case that doesn't work, because sometimes that doesn't work, what I've also done is I've posted this on the website. So here you have your first 2, your introduction, which does not need to be typed today, but you do need to type at least 1 body paragraph for today, and that is also on the website. And this just tells you what you're supposed to do. So let's look at that real quick. It begins, you have your topic sentence, so my first sentence will begin with my topic sentence from my first topic and changes that happen in migration. Then I will add at least 2 or 3 details about my first group of people on the move. This is probably from my own group I presented on. Doesn't have to be, could be on any group. And then next I'll add 2 or 3 details about my second group of people on the move. And I would say keep it to 3 details if you can, maybe even 4 to assure yourself all the evidence points. And make these details specific, okay? You can't just say the Vikings went from place to place. That's not enough. Then, finally, I'll end my first paragraph with 2 or 3 sentences on significance. This can connect to my topic, how it affects us today, or how it was important in this era. And this could include some context. Some students make connections to other civilizations and trade routes we have already gone over in class, and you can do that as well. So here is the expectation. We have Lab 3 today. You may go into Lab 3. You may go as soon as the teacher lets you go. You may log on, and you may type at least your first body paragraph. Your first body paragraph should be done before you leave the lab today. If not, consider that your homework. So, homework for today is the first body paragraph has to be done. And then I'd keep going because this whole paper is going to be due at Friday at midnight. So if you get the first body paragraph done, start doing the second one, okay? You probably won't get done with that today. It's a lot of typing. If there's a miracle and you do happen to get done, what I would say then is go to the intro, start trying to work on the intro, or work on homework from another class. If you're sitting around doing nothing, I'm just going to ask the teacher who's there to record your name down, and I'll let you make up this time during lunch. Okay? So make sure you are working the whole time. If you're wondering if the homework check I was supposed to do, and I'm not there today, the homework check on this, don't worry. I'm going to do that homework check tomorrow when I get back. So the homework check tomorrow is going to be that both of your body paragraphs are ready to go, and you have one body paragraph typed. And I'm going to grade you on that for daily practice. So again, make sure you have one body paragraph typed, and this thing is completely filled out. So I'm going to ask our awesome teacher to take you guys to the lab, and if they could, to pause it right here and put that on the screen so you guys can see how your first body paragraph should be typed. The heading you should be able to do on your own. So if our awesome teacher could go ahead and do that, go ahead and go to the lab, and I will see you guys tomorrow.